Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that we are here. Yes, it is day number 3, challenge day 3 for the Goliath Within. You remember this book. We are going through the book and we are looking at how we are winning the battle of the heart, but we're taking it a little bit in just a little bit of a different direction. And what do I mean by that? The book specifically talks about things that happen with us personally, but I wanted to take it and expand it just a bit. That you will not only look at what happens inside of you, but what happens inside of you and your business and or your ministry. How is it that we move forward? And so today, we are looking at how we are conquering fear. Yes, day 3, day 3. How are we conquering fear? How are we conquering fear? So when we're looking at the whole notion of conquering fear, when we're looking at the whole notion of how it's playing itself out, what I want you to begin to look at is addressing one fear in particular that holds you back. What's that one thing that holds you back? What's that one thing that you find yourself dealing with? What's that one thing that you find yourself almost being overtaken by it? Almost, not completely, but almost being taken out by it. That thing, what is that? What's that fear that just it's like, in a sense, like when you walk on stage, oh my God, am I going to remember the words? Am I going to remember everything I'm supposed to do? That kind of thing. What is that one thing that holds you back? And I want you to break it down into smaller steps and take some action towards overcoming it, gradually building your confidence along the way. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about overcoming fear, because there are things that hit us from time to time. They affect us in the way we maneuver through life. They affect us the way we maneuver through our business. They affect us how we go through our ministry. So I want you to be thinking about it. How is it that you are overcoming? What's that fear? And what do? Break it down. If you kind of dissect it, and take a look at where you're coming from. Where does that fear stem from? And then we can move forward. So Kimberly, I'm excited about what we've been talking about in these past few days. I want to kind of go over the questions that we have had these past couple of days and how we dealt with them. And I'm so thankful for those of you. I've been looking at the chat and been checking the inside our chat. I'm so amazed at the answers and the forethought, the things you've really been thinking through and reflecting on these questions, and the answers have been phenomenal. So I'm really grateful that you're able to really kind of sit with it, because that's what I want you to be able to do. I want you to sit with this and allow it to really help you to go to the next level, the next dimension, the next era in what God has for you in the area of your business. So today, well, first of all, when we looked at day 1, our questions were, what are the core values that drive you in your personal and professional life? And how do you align your goals and aspirations with your values to stay motivated, especially during those challenging times? That was day number 1. That's what we looked at on day 1. And then day number 2, we looked at defining your true enemy. who is and what is that real enemy? What are the external factors and the things that are happening outside? Those are the external factors or obstacles that you perceive as the main challenge in your current battles. And those are things that are outside of yourself. Those are your business partners. Those are the business deals that you're working on. Those are the contracts that you're looking at, the external factors. And then second question was to reflect inwardly. What are the internal barriers or the negative patterns of thinking that you need to overcome to achieve success? These are the things that you want to be looking at on the inside. What kinds of internal battles are you facing? Or one of those things that you think about. What are you thinking about? So today, we're looking at conquering fear. Now, the scriptures tell us in First Timothy that God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but he's given us power, love, and a sound mind. And I believe that is First Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. And I will just look that up to make sure that I'm giving you the right verses. Give me 1 second, because I'm pretty sure I'm correct. First Timothy, here it is. First Timothy 1 and 7. Get right here. Okay, First Timothy 1. Or is it? No, sorry. Not First Timothy. It is Second Timothy chapter 1 and 7. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear. For the spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power and love and self-discipline. So listen, we haven't been given the spirit of fear, but we've been given power, love, and I like the way the NIV uses that last word where it says sound mind, self-discipline. Self-discipline. That's when you're really putting you're saying, I'm not going to allow external things to get me off course, and I am going to stay focused on what it is I'm supposed to do. So we're going to conquer that fear. So here are your 2 questions for the day. And I told you, we're not going to be here for a long time. I want you to be able to get this and begin to reflect upon it. And I'm going to make sure that I put the questions in the chat so that you'll be able to go over them and answer these questions as you will, because I really want to see you win. I want to see you win. I want to see you win. So I'm going to drop these questions in the chat. So you're going to have them right away. The first question is this: what specific fear or fears have been holding you back from taking action? What specific fear or fears have been holding you back from taking action? And I want you to describe them and how do they impact your life? So you can pick one, or if there's more than one, let's address that. Because what I've said before, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, an enemy exposed is an enemy defeated. So when you expose the enemy, you defeat him. So I want you to check that. What's the one specific fear or fears that have been holding you back from taking action? Describe them and their impact on your life. And question number 2 is, what small steps can you take today to confront and overcome one of your fears? Let me tell you, there is nothing better than being able to face your fear and overcome it. Nothing better. That's a win. That's a win. If the fear of making that phone call to get the business, and you say, I'm going to make one phone call today, and you commit to making that one phone call to get the business, one phone call, face the fear head on and take that one small step, and you can see yourself be an overcomer, because we are more than conquerors through him who loves us. We're more than conquerors. We have been called the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. That's who God called us to be. So face your fears, face them head on. And it's as though you are speaking to the mountain. And the Bible says that we can speak to the mountains and they shall be moved. And so you speak to the mountain in your life, that mountain of fear that tries to rear its ugly head and keeping you back. But you face it head on and you win. So those are your questions for the day. I told you we're not going to be here long, but I am so excited to see how you have been engaging in conversation and even talking to other people in the chat. Thank you so much. And like I said, I'm watching and I'm coming in there to talk with you. I'm watching those who are really participating in the chat, because I have some special gifts that I'm giving away to those who are participating in our chat. And so, and I believe that the thing that you're going to receive is going to really help you, especially when it comes to winning the battle of the heart. And so I'm grateful for each and every one of you being here in the room, and those of you who have yet to get the book. Let me make let me put this in the chat so you can go ahead and order your book. And I pray that you will be encouraged to know that you are more than conquerors through him who loved you. And face your fears. Be that overcomer that God has said you are. He told you that you're more than a conqueror. And so you win. All right, that's it. That's my time today. And I am excited about what you all are going to be walking into. It's going to be amazing. Love you all so much. And I'll be back tomorrow with another installment of our 14-day challenge, The Goliath Within. Blessings to you all.